Oddity is a 2024 horror suspense supernatural thriller, and it's probably one of my favorite films of the year. It will definitely be on my top 10, if not my top 5 for sure. This is the type of horror film I like when it's not gore. It's this type of horror movie. Um, I absolutely do love this movie. The film tells the story of a psychiatrist and his wife who just purchased a home. It's like a farmhouse in the burbs, away, secluded from everybody else, far away from the city, about an hour drive from the city. And on one of the nights that the wife's staying alone because the husband works overnight at this insane asylum, she hears something at the door. When she goes to check, there's a man in there, a creepy looking man who tells her she's not alone in the house. Somebody walked in when she wasn't looking. When she stepped out for 2 seconds, somebody walked in behind her, and they're in the home with her. She's not alone. She starts looking around, and you kind of get a sense that she thinks the house is also haunted to begin with, being in the house alone in the morning. So she's in the house. There's no self-service. She can't find her cell phone. That's why she stepped out in the first place. So she looks at the guy. She doesn't trust him, but the guy says, don't worry about it. I'm going to go get help. She also discovers that this guy is also a patient of her husband's. So she knows that he is not mentally there. Then we flash forward, and we assume the wife had passed away, and so did the guy who was warning her. He was killed too, as her twin sister is a psychic medium, gets an item from the man who murdered her sister, and now wants to uncover what actually happened to her sister, who is actually responsible for her sister's death. And then the movie gets good. I like this movie. Again, I said I love it. I like it a lot. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to check this movie out. I saw the trailer for this a long time ago, and I was really interested in the movie, but I confused it with Longlegs for some reason. I guess the scene where the FBI agent in Longlegs gets up and looks at the door, it kind of like threw me off. At the same time, I also didn't like this trailer because it seemed cheap. The movie is a low-budget film, obviously, all told from in this house pretty much. It's like 3 locations, but it's great. It really is interesting and unique. The psychic twin sister has a little antique shop with all cursed items like Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum. And, you know, I believe in cursed items and haunted items and things like that. And the supernatural element is involved in there, and it works. They have little moments of jump scares and things like that. Only negative I will say, this is why it's going to downgrade this film for me, is that I predicted everything pretty much. I was on the phone with somebody. I was like, I really like this movie. I really like this movie. But I think this is this. And I was absolutely right. I was correct. With one little hitch that was added, but still I was correct, and it didn't matter. I really like this movie a lot. Yeah, this is great. This director, I'd like to see what else he's done. I see he's done a movie called Caveat. I got to look it up and watch it because this was good. The director's name is Damien McCarthy. And yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I can't praise it anymore. I will say also, besides not liking I didn't like another scene where something else happens to another character. And I'm being vague for a specific reason. I don't want to spoil anything. I really do want you to see this film because I really enjoyed this movie. I know some people are saying that it's boring, but not for me. I like this movie a lot. I think you should check it out. It's creepy. It's eerie. It has jump scares that work for me. It's not that long. It's 88 minutes, I believe, or 90 minutes. So it's great, in my opinion. I like things that are cut down, concise, and tells it. But the spoiler thing, not the spoiler thing, the fact that I could predict where it was going the entire time, pretty much, is kind of a negative. And I don't like what happens to somebody in the movie. I was like, I wish, I didn't like that. Nonetheless, I'm going to give this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. Really, truly, this is like my cup of tea. This is what I like when I talk about horror films. This or gore galore. Those are the two items I love in horror. This is one of them. This is not like The Conjuring. It's not like Annabelle or any of that garbage. This is done very well. Yeah, I highly enjoyed this film. Also the ending. There's 3 things I dislike. The very ending, I wish, and another scene that something happens to a character, and I'm like, oh, man. And that it was predictable. Those 3 things. But those are minor things, honestly, in my opinion. Anyway, if you've seen Oddity, let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about the film. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.